I was thoroughly fooled.
Bamboozled!
Oh man. Welcome to this special episode. There's lots of voices in the room today. Yeah, there's at least 4.
At least.
There's 5!
What was I wrong? No.
We're not here for maths.
We're artists.
We're artists!
Mathematicians.
Three of
What
us.
am I supposed to know?
3 of us in this room are left-handed. Please, give us a break.
No.
Now you have to figure out who is who.
Who seems left-handed? Like, who?
You know, are they...
Personality.
Oh yeah, we all start strutting and you're like, oh, that's the left-hander.
Based on your runway and your performance in the Maxi Challenge today, I have deduced that you are the left-hander.
You are safe. You now may go to the back of the stage.
D to the E to the T to the O to the U are listening to
Detour the podcast.
With Peter and Josh.
And Taine. We're here on episode 12, and it's my favorite number.
Is it really?
It is. 12 is my favorite number.
21 but backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you know it's a good
And
number.
that's how old I'm turning this year.
Oh.
I'm a baby.
Stop it, you are a baby.
I'm the youngest in the room.
Okay, by like a month.
Well, bring the cat in.
Yeah.
I don't know. Those things matter, Peter.
A month is a lot of experience.
Yeah.
A month is at least.
I'm a month
couple of
older than
hours.
Chelsea, actually.
So you are, yeah.
Yeah.
You're
So
a
much
month apart.
wiser. I have
She's so much wiser.
Yeah, obviously.
She's the one with the tarot cards.
the wiser person.
Mercury's going into retrograde again. Everyone calm down.
It just went out of retrograde.
It's coming back.
Anyway, you're saying 12.
So-
12.
Episode 12.
Episode 12.
We've decided to have some very, very special guests who have made themselves very apparent.
Drum roll, please.
Beck.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
And today we're going to talk everything. Or maybe just the best things from
Best things.
the 2021 Brisbane Sci-Fi Theatre Festival.
Theme songs.
It's the X-Files, Doctor Who, Star Trek, all play, overlapping.
And that's sci-fi.
That's our festival. That's just everything overlapping all at once.
Coming from the big COVID comeback after last year.
Oh,
The
yes.
tragic events of last year.
Yeah, actually, it's actually an official year before Broadway, and I think Chelsea had to make the call to shut down the festival.
Yeah, actually.
It was right around like now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 2 weeks out from the
Yeah.
festival. I remember you were like, we're not doing it. It's not possible.
But everyone's anticipation just kept building.
Yeah.
And so this year, I'm ready. I'm ready for some sci-fi.
Good. I hope you are.
Me too!
Yeah, so talk
Yeah.
us through that. What's going on?
What's happening? Well, I just think it's such a weird time to have it because I feel like we've been through a global pandemic, which is like the plot line for like a really great sci-fi, but we are in it, so it's like doing my head in. I was like, is this festival appropriate? It is. No, what's happening? Good question. We're doing like a miniature festival this year. So we've scaled just because of COVID and our artists are, I don't want to say sad. Our artists are dealing with recovering. That's a nice word.
I think healing.
Healing.
Healing
That's nicer. Yeah, okay. All our artists are healing and recovering and working. So we've scaled right back. So we used to have 12 shows and this year we're only going to do 5. So it's going to be pretty exciting, very niche, lots of very cool works.
And why it's extra important for everyone to show up and support the artists.
Yes!
Yes.
100%. And because they're mostly all original works as well.
Oh,
All of them.
wow.
All of them. Actually. Every single
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, every work is.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So come to the festival.
Come to the festival.
So it started back in 2018. How?
2019.
2019.
2019. Well, surely planning
Yeah,
started
yeah,
in
yeah.
2018. In my head, that first sci-fi festival was in our first year of uni.
No.
But it wasn't, it was
No,
beginning
it
of
was-
second
yeah,
year.
second year.
Chelsea and Bec, like Taine, Peter and myself, are,
Best friends.
yes, but
Confirmed.
also,
Oh, it's official now. You said it on a podcast.
It must be true.
Nice of you.
also
Sorry.
acting graduate alumni.
Oh, that's it. That was the one. I missed that one.
Not as important as best friends.
I very often judge time as in like referring to first year, second year, or
Oh,
third
yes.
year, but I realize that that doesn't work as well
No,
right
no.
now.
No, we came back and did our degree.
Yeah.
We did a degree and then came back and did another degree.
Yes.
Wow, I've been through it.
We've been through it.
We
We're
we
old.
technically did
Seasoned.
4 years.
Season.
Professional.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
South Bank.
experienced.
See, look at that. The
Yeah.
different. Yeah, that's us.
The babies.
Yeah.
You guys are big. No, you're not babies. You're living your life.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
at least teenagers.
How did Bris Sci-Fi as a concept all come together the first year you
Yeah,
did?
I've always wondered this because
How
like,
did
are
it
you a
form?
big old sci-fi fan to begin with? Is this the
Yeah,
inspiration?
I'm definitely a nerd, 100%. It came about because Rianne, who also runs this festival with me, we just one day decided that we wanted to create. We went to Short and Sweet. We saw a really terrible. I'm sorry. No. It was really great. We saw.
Yeah, no coming back
Okay,
from that.
no, we saw a piece of theatre, and it
Yeah.
was a science fiction piece of theatre, and it was like, in hindsight, not super great, but it was. We were like, oh my god, you don't actually ever see this in theatre, and it's such a great. It's so great for theatre because the whole point of sci-fi is it's
It's all fake.
Take two.
Yeah.
Out of this world, CGI
out of this
everywhere.
world, and like the
Yeah.
whole point of theatre is that you have to suspend your disbelief as
Disbelief.
well.
Disappointment.
Disappointment.
Yeah, you gotta put that in a seat by itself.
Yeah. So it just kind of worked, and we were like, oh my god, we need to make a show. So we made a show called Terrified, and
Yes.
we put it on in the Brisbane Planetarium.
That's amazing.
We had so much fun in the Cosmic Sky Dome as well. So we had like,
That was good.
you ever been to the
visuals.
Cosmic Sky Dome? They have like projections, and they can like send you through space. So we had so much fun, like being like, and then at this point we're gonna fly through space and crash land on a planet. So we loved it, and then people that came were like, oh my god, we loved your show. Like, where is this theatre? Where can we see more of it?
Yeah,
and then
right.
we were just like, wow, nobody's doing this stuff.
Mm.
And then we did some research, and we realized that there's a sci-fi festival in LA, and there's a sci-fi festival in London, and then there's a sci-fi festival in like the other places.
Key points, key cities.
points.
Name drop.
yeah. But there was not a sci-fi festival ever done in Australia. And it's either because we're just not nerds in Australia.
I think also-
No one wants to admit it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, maybe Aussies is just too cool. We're too cool
Yeah,
for it.
and it's still theatre is really not that old in Australia. I mean, the commercial form of theatre is not as old.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's just not, we back sport.
We're just playing catch up.
We're just
with
playing
the rest of
catch
the
up.
world,
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
we're finally at that point where we're innovating and testing new things.
Exactly.
And now we're in space.
Yeah,
And now we're
we're
in space,
That's
baby.
it. That's 100%. And then we were looking at all the shows that all our graduates were making, and they were like really cool, innovative works, and we were like, that's science fiction. Like what you're doing is science fiction. So eventually we were just like, let's make a festival, and then we did. It was
And
fun.
here we
And
are.
it was so much fun.
Yeah, it was so
Yeah.
much fun.
I made it a benchmark in my calendar. That very first year, I was like, one day I'm gonna be in this festival.
Yeah.
Not this year, but I
Okay,
mean,
but you busy.
I've been busy.
COVID happened. Pandemic.
What was the back?
Yeah.
But
Speaking of people in the festival.
these
Oh.
two, Bec and
Yeah.
Taine,
Boy.
Hello.
Hello.
have a combined little show. How cute is that? A
Yes.
double bill.
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
what
it is. Also, I feel like I should mention I'm not the Bec that is referred to in the podcast. That's Taine's mum. I'm a different Bec. Do you say Bec?
No, I refer to you.
Oh,
You are.
I am the Bec.
We've discussed you because you're a super fan.
I'm sorry, I thought your mum got mentioned too. I'm like, there's another Bec
Probably at one
involved.
point, yeah. At one point.
There's
but,
2 Becs.
Yeah.
No, you're the very special Bec that
Aw.
listens at work.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
I know I had to listen at home this week. I was at home listening on my television, just in my couch.
I love
Like,
that.
not the same.
Dedication.
That's just me. Anyway. Yeah, we got a show. Taine, take the floor.
Okay, I've taken the floor and no one can stand. Okay, so this time around, I was like, I want to do some theatre, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm gonna do a show at the BRISBANE SCI-FI THEATRE FESTIval. I don't want to say my show because it is there's like 4 creatives creating the show, which is Josh, me, Bo, and Jordan. Jordan and I wanted to carry over the Professor Finnley series, which was a one-off short film for a uni elective. So it was already connected to uni, which was fun. And we were like, let's do more with this weird old man out of time character who is Professor Finnley, but let's make him like David Attenborough and and all that. Like
He's like a weird
Amalgamation.
fusion of
Yeah.
David Attenborough and Russell Coit.
Yeah, Steve Irwin, all that type of
And
stuff.
Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic Park.
Yes, 100%.
Oh.
Yeah.
Neil, throw a little Jeff in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
gotta.
I remember at the end of the original short film,
Oh yeah.
you got me to play the Jurassic Park theme on piano to put as like the end
Credits
credits.
for the short
And
film.
Taine had written,
This was an accident.
composed by Josh Welton. Yes.
I was rushing to get the assignment in.
I'm sure. Oh,
Beautiful.
I can come into some legal trouble there when someone got
Yeah,
Jurassic
it's
Park
okay.
It's
theme.
fine.
It'll be
Now
fine.
that you mentioned on the podcast.
Yeah.
But
Someone from Jurassic Park is listening right
they're on
now.
the
They'll find
One
you.
day.
Release the velociraptors. Blue, go!
Yes, cool.
Yeah, so that show is originally it's built from scratch, but it's a continuation from a series that we want to explore. I won't say what happens, but I'll spoil the message.
Okay.
It's about climate change.
Wow.
We wanted to continue exploring that, but set it in a time period that's ambiguous. So it's not in modern day, but it's set back, I don't know, a good 100, 200 years ago. Kind of, there is no set time period, but we want to mention that climate change has been happening forever. Kind of like a thing with the world because of humans. It's being affected.
But
yeah.
it's also a comedy.
But it's a comedy. Yeah, don't get
It's
it
one
wrong.
of those ones where they
We
have
make
you in the
all-
first
yes.
half.
You make
Yes.
me think.
Yeah.
They have you in
Sneak
the
attack.
first half. You're
We make
laughing
you
all the
laugh.
way through, and then something happens, and you're like, oh.
So they sneaky educate you.
Yeah.
I love a good
Yeah,
Sneaky
yeah.
educate.
That's
Education.
how you should do
We make you
education.
laugh so you can cry.
Lots of
Yes,
shade.
that's theatre, baby.
Wow.
Well rounded.
Yeah, and it's a 30-minute show so far, because that's what it's meant to be at. But then...
That's what it's meant to be at, Chelsea. That's what we've done.
Please refire
please let us be the first one.
yeah, so it's a 30-minute show, which then leads into...
Oh yes, serial killer.
Oh.
That's Bec's show. Yes, so serial killer works has actually started with Taine, Peter, and Josh in our solo class.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I went back to uni, and
Best class ever.
best class ever. And it's about a girl named Bec, no relation to me whatsoever.
Probably my mum.
Don't know who she is. Yeah, probably. But yeah, it's about Bec, and she finds a friend in Siri. Siri, the iPhone lady, Siri. And Siri seems to have more of a sinister side. So, yes, you'll find out when you see it what happens to Bec.
Is this also another sneaky education?
It is a little sneaky education.
Wow.
I think all good sci-fis are though.
Yeah.
Yeah, all good sci-fis kind of pick
Yes.
an issue.
Life
always an allegory.
finds a way.
My show is 20 minute-ish to 30 minutes what it's meant to be. But yes, it's very much, it explores my relationship with technology in particular. I was very obsessed with George Orwell's 1984 and the concept of newspeak and how when tone is taken out, how assumption can be made. And particularly Siri is really fun because Siri is the hybrid of like a robot and a female voice artist that is like meant to create a more inviting tone, but it's still quite robotic. I've always found it interesting that with Siri you can interpretate it how you would like to interpretate her.
That is lovely.
Yeah.
Bec, she got references.
I got references. I think when I know, it's like, because on the surface I'm very into like media and technology and our relationship with that, and then like and then the more I get to talking about it, I'm like, yeah, so there's this theory book and this like study, and it's like in this book, and I have like how like Instagram, like how to like configure things and like what it's meant for, like particularly like young mums. I'm very into technology.
I love that.
Is Siri supposed to sound inviting?
Yeah.
So you like agree with her?
Siri, I think it's more like, it's like, I think it's meant to be like a welcoming voice so that you can ask Siri anything that you need or like request anything. So she's meant to be like, there's a,
That's so creepy.
I think the artist, she's like, when she recorded it was about like 30, 40s. So it's, her voice is meant to be a very like calm, motherly nature so that you feel that you can ask Siri anything that you want.
Right, and tell her anything that you want.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All of your secrets and your credit card details.
Exactly. And that's where Bec goes wrong in the play.
Hey.
But yeah, it's mostly about that. It's got a lot of it's a lot of Siri, a lot of sassy Siri, and a lot of Spice Girl references.
Wow.
How do they come together, you may ask?
Unexpected.
I was very obsessed with the Spice Girls, so
Well,
you
yeah.
know,
Right.
Well,
it all makes sense.
Take solace in the fact that you're very passionate about the themes that you're exploring. All of them.
Yeah. It's exciting and scary because it is a solo show, but I also have Siri along with me. So it doesn't feel as like lonely on stage
Because Siri's
because Siri's there.
Yeah.
serial killer.
But yeah.
And you also mentioned that it got darker since you
Oh yeah, it's definitely gotten darker. I think when I first did it, I think I it's very much explores my sense of self and how I had before Corona, I would say Mona Corona, I feel like I was very much sure of who I was, and I was very like outgoing, and I had a lot of places I went to, and then like when it happened and we were inside and I lost all my jobs, it was very much like, oh, my phone became my like source of community and connection. But then it's so funny knowing the knowledge of having like what things can do and how you can like have FOMO, I suppose. And I think I'm still like kind of finding my way. And sometimes it's nice to talk to Siri.
I think we've all
If that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Whenever I
Yeah.
ask Siri for anything, I always say thank you back.
Yeah. She
Always.
listens. She knows.
She goes, no worries.
Yeah.
I don't
Seriously.
want to offend her.
Well, that's like me with the crossing lights. When I first came to Brisbane, I wasn't used to all these cars everywhere, and people would just like go up and smash the little button to make
Yeah.
the green man go, and I'd be like, oh,
I'm so
you're-
sorry.
you-
Yeah, why would you do
not
that?
polite. They won't go for you. It'll be mad at you. So I would always like press it once.
I think as well, I don't know if it's like on that, like I think maybe it comes from training, but particularly in our first few years about like the relationship of object comes up a lot on stage. And so like, I think that comes through in life. So like, I mean, I have a certain relationship with my phone, but like in every place that I am and like everything that I touch has a certain connection or a purpose. So you should treat it with kindness.
Maybe that's just a human thing too. Maybe we just
Yeah.
want
We personify
to
things.
personify things
Yeah.
because we don't want to
Yeah.
be alone.
'Cause in
Yeah.
my
That's like
solos,
when you-
I did that with
Right.
the
Oh, yes, your
teacups and the
teacup,
tea-
yeah.
teapot. Like it's like you're my comfort.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like
You're my
someone.
friend.
I'm
Yeah.
doing air quotations, whatever. Like there's,
Even
there's
to the
someone
point-
I can come back to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to the point where you start like seeing little faces in like household
Oh my
items
god,
and
yes.
stuff.
Oh my god. There are some angry cars out there,
Was
let
it?
me tell you.
Was it an episode of Glee or something where there was a piece of toast that had Jesus' face
Yes!
on it? Or something?
Oh my god, Brittany saw it. I'm pretty positive it was Brittany who saw that in Glee.
You're probably
That
right.
happens to me sometimes. I just see faces, places.
Yeah.
That's a phenomenon that is
Phenomenon.
scientifically researched.
I
but
think we
can't
studied
cite
that in our art elective, didn't we?
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
2 shows for the price of 1. How much are tickets? Where can you get tickets?
You can get tickets on the Brisbane Sci-Fi website. $15 for adults and $10 for concessions. Ooh.
And links will be in the description below.
Wait, is it the 1st and 3rd of April?
Yes.
Speaking of elevators, what's your favourite sci-fi movie?
What a nice segue.
That was a great
This
segue.
this is why we call ourselves Detour the podcast. It's because we're talking about one thing and then we're just going to jump straight to something completely unrelated.
Maybe come back to the other thing later. Maybe not. We'll see.
Maybe. So, yes, favorite genre, subgenre of sci-fi?
I like space.
That's a fair point. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
It is
I
good.
like the sci-fi space genre, so the ones that
Yeah.
are like set in the ships.
planets.
The ships.
You know, on the planets too, but mainly the ships.
Maybe this
Right.
like Star Trek.
Yeah, I'm a nerd.
Yeah.
I was
Oh, yeah.
like, I was raised on Star Trek and Doctor Who, so I was a real
Me
like.
too. Yes,
Oh,
I love Star
fun.
Trek. Star
Next
Trek
Generation.
Next Generation is my favorite.
Mm, baby.
Although there's a soft spot in my heart for Voyager.
Oh.
There was some deep connection
Okay,
there.
what's her name,
Captain Janeway.
who is now on
Yeah.
Orange Is the New Black, being the star that she is, but started out as Captain
Captain
Catherine
Catherine Janeway.
Janeway, who was like
Oh.
a female icon when I was growing up. I was like, I'm going to be a captain of a starship one day.
And
Yeah,
my
you
favorite
will.
character was 7 of 9.
Fuck, she's gorgeous.
Mhm.
Very
Right?
right.
I don't know why I'm gay today. I don't know where it all went wrong.
What happened?
Did not have anything to do with it.
No, my favorite sci-fi film is definitely it's the Alien franchise for sure, which is
Yes.
very
Yes,
spacey.
I like
So I
Alien
agree, the
franchise, yeah.
spaceness is good.
Spaceness.
More space, the better.
But in
Yeah.
terms of novels,
Ooh, okay.
I'm reading Jurassic Park at the moment
See, that's
because
my favorite sci-fi film genre.
right,
Yeah, yeah.
because I
More
didn't realize
on Earth.
that the books were so different from the movies.
Oh yeah, they are.
And the books, like, they're written to be horror.
Oh,
So, I love horror. Horror is my
No,
favorite
man.
genre. Sci-fi horror is my favorite subgenre. I love The Thing, I love the Alien franchise, and I love Jurassic Park.
Are you talking about sci-fi genre? I'm sorry, sci-fi horror set in space or set anywhere? Like, have you
So
seen
anyway,
the,
just
like,
if it's sci-fi
people get
horror,
abducted by aliens and stuff?
it's better when it is aliens.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's better when it's aliens.
But also the genetic side of Jurassic Park, like making something.
Oh.
Did you-
It counts
It's like
as sci-fi.
What?
Yes.
What?
It?
It? Yes.
Yeah.
yeah, it
Because
counts.
Pennywise
Yeah.
comes from space.
Yes, so technically yes.
He comes from space.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
Space
sorry.
clown.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. It-
Pennywise is this, and they put him in a gutter.
Yeah. Does he have a space?
How does he
He's a
get?
space
How does
You're
he
like ready
get
for
to
the
Earth?
real plot of it.
Oh my
It's-
god, I remember what my
Dude.
favorite sci-fi movie is now.
Oh,
What is
shall we
yours?
say a bit
It's,
higher for me?
Has anyone seen Coneheads?
Excuse me?
Oh, is that the thing
Oh,
with the
honeys. It's
Yeah,
from an
yeah.
SNL skit, and they've got like cone
The cone
heads,
heads.
and they sleep standing up, and
Yeah.
they're like, and they've got like
No
4 rows of teeth.
No.
Nothing.
Yeah, I know.
I used to own like their figurines.
That sounds
I was
terrifying.
like, my mom, like, I grew up on like HR Puff and stuff, which can be considered
HR
like a
Puff and
horror
stuff.
children's show.
No.
But
Yeah.
like Coneheads was my big thing, yeah.
Wow.
I think this is a generational divide.
It's a very clear That's been happening a lot at work though lately. You'll say something and I'm like, I don't know. I just started watching Winx and I've never watched the cartoon.
Interesting.
Right.
It's because I'm older than you guys.
I haven't watched that either, but the other day I found you explaining to me who each member of the Spice Girls was. Because they were most prominent in the 90s and I wasn't born in the 90s.
Did you watch Spice World? Chelsea?
Yes, I watched Spice World.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was in it.
Who are you?
I was in it.
That was me.
I'm Sporty. I'm Sporty Spice, but I wanted to be Baby Spice.
I'm pretty sure I wanted to be Baby Spice. And just
I think everyone did.
Yeah. She was the cute, fun one.
Yeah, it's
Everyone
like
was
Bubbles
the
and the
boring
Powerpuff Girls, but I'm clearly a buttercup. I'm clearly...
I'm the professor.
Yes! Oh my, I wouldn't be mad. Sorry, we're talking about sci-fi.
I'm really back. All the way back.
Really in the
I need to get you to record a transition for us. Like,
like the Disney Channel.
What? Your favorite
Sci-fi.
movie?
Those Coneheads.
That's what
But I'm into
Is that a movie? I
It
thought
is
that
a
was
movie.
skit
It's
show.
a movie.
Okay.
It was a skit that they turned into a movie. It's
Whoa.
like Wayne's World was a skit that they turned into a movie.
Okay.
It's really
like
big.
Professor Finley is a short film turned into a
Turned into
theatre
the show.
show.
There it is. See it on the
Yeah,
Brisbane side.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, come to the festival.
To the festival.
Festival. I want to go to the
Yeah.
festival.
No, I think. My sci-fi. My sci-fi is very like based in reality though, and then something happens. It's very dystopian, very like Black Mirror.
Yeah.
Even like I don't know.
Not too distant.
Not too
Because
distant.
that's scarier in some way.
No, when it's not too distant.
When
It's a big, oh my god, that could happen.
Because you get the
next
ones
year.
that are like
Yeah.
a million years in the future and everything's like...
Yeah, it's like
But when
is
you
that
get it...
sci-fi? I don't know. It's like there's that movie Contagion.
Yeah, that's sci-fi.
Yeah, Contagion is like it starts with like spoilers. Starts with like a monkey that like drops like a bug or something in this certain food, and then someone eats it, and then it turns into this mass disease.
Yeah.
No one's heard of that before. But like it's very much like, but that whole idea that is a highly possible thing.
Oh yeah, and
is
I
the
think
what
everyone's
gets me
gotten
going.
a taste for that in the
Yeah.
last couple of years.
Unfortunately, yeah.
No, I'm a wimp. That spooks me too much.
Spooks me
Let's go to space.
2 hours.
A little bit of escapism.
What about
I need
you?
a show.
Peter,
Yeah, me.
favourite sci-fi?
Obviously, we got the Doctor Who and the Star Trek. And I was gonna say, when you asked what my favourite sci-fi movie was, I was anyone for Doctor Who the TV movie
Oh
special.
god.
Which one? Who was that? Which one?
Paul McGann.
Paul McGann, I'm in love with him. He was only in that one movie. And that's all.
But he does audio adventures.
Yeah, and that voice I could listen to all the time.
So is this about the sci-fi or?
So it's about Paul.
A little bit of everything.
That's a bit of a mean one. We can't not talk about Star Wars.
Yeah, I'm a big Star Wars fan. Big. I'm the big one. I'm the def-
Someone's made a real lightsaber.
Oh, yes.
Have you seen that?
Can it kill
Like a
We'll show you
laser.
after we
It's
finish recording.
lasers.
It's crazy,
Yeah.
like a proper laser.
It used to be like actually connected to a backpack, but now they've made it that it doesn't need a power
Oh
pack.
my god.
We're getting close to the Star Wars.
Yeah, yeah.
But just imagine, like in the future, what is our sci-fi genre going to turn into?
If we're
That's what
living.
yeah. Because if we're living the sci-fi of previous generations,
Yeah.
what?
I mean, think if this was.
Yeah.
Think if we lived in like the 20s right now.
Yeah.
Imagine going back in time and showing a smartphone, like Siri, to someone. They
Yeah.
think someone's trapped inside a little
Exactly.
cage.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of similar to what happened with War of the Worlds, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, when they were listening and people were thinking, oh no, it's the real thing, it's happening.
They
right
think
now.
all these
It's-
like
yeah.
bombs are happening.
I was terrified
Yeah.
of War of the Worlds when I was little because Dad used to put on
Oh, right.
the CD
Yeah.
recording of it in the car,
Oh.
and I'd think the world was ending.
Did
Yeah.
he not explain to you that it
No,
wasn't real?
he told me it wasn't real, but he
okay.
told me that at the.
Yeah.
I'm,
But like,
I'm just dumb.
No, you're not. No, there's a song by Boney M called Ma Baker, and it's about Ma Baker, who's this like this person who robs and like does crimes and has this like family, and then they kill someone. And I'm listening to this going camping, and I'm like, oh my god, Ma Baker is out of the world. But it's like a 3-minute like pop song. I still can't listen to it. It terrifies me. It's terrifying. It's so
Wow.
silly.
That's great.
Sound design is so important to sci-fi.
Yeah.
I reckon you can make or break a great film with like how creepy
Yeah.
the noises are.
I mean, when you're talking about horror.
Like
No,
War
no.
of the Worlds
Yeah. Oh yeah.
is terrifying. The noises that are made in that
Yeah.
broadcast.
Do you ever find though, like when you watch a film, like obviously the sound that's created in the films is not how they make sounds.
Mm.
Yeah.
So like, does that help? Like, isn't it like there's certain? It's like like a bang crash or like windows breaking is like spaghetti
Yeah.
being like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
feel like, how did they make the original?
Chelsea's
Whoa.
face as if she's just heard.
They
it.
made-
I realized it
They're
was
like,
just spaghetti.
Just spaghetti.
I don't remember.
Don't cook
There's
the
some
spaghetti.
documentary on Doctor Who and how they made the original Doctor Who theme.
Oh, the TARDIS.
Oh,
is like a
really?
key
Yeah,
on a
but it's like a key
Or a
inside
whisk.
of like an open piano on the
Yeah.
strings or
Yeah.
something.
That's incredible.
That's why I sort of like the old kind of sci-fi because it's
Yeah.
all the practical effects.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
the magic
Yeah.
of theatre.
Ah.
The power of theatre.
Come to the festival. Come to the festival.
Professor Finnley uses the magic of theatre.
What's that? The 1st and the 3rd of April?
This is an entire episode as an ad.
Yes, yes it is.
Cleverly disguised. Oh man. No, yeah, it's cool.
It's cool.
Does it take away the CGI? Does it like?
I
See,
think
This is magic.
There's a
So, yeah.
big debate between CGI and practical effects. Well, I'm just going back to Jurassic Park because they use both. You know, because they use the animatronics, you go, wow, that looks so real, that looks so scary. But then when they mix it with the CGI, your disbelief is, oh, that's also an animatronic. You know, at first
Yeah.
glance, you're like,
There's
Yeah.
obviously pros and cons to both.
Of
I
course.
feel like as an actor on set, having an animatronic is so much more.
better to work with.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
improved
think
it with
so.
little baby Yoda, huh?
Yeah.
People go gaga
Yeah,
for
they
that
use-
little
yeah.
fellow.
Mm. And so,
Isn't it like 600?
I mean,
50.
50, just 50.
Just 50.
Sorry, I haven't watched
Very
the
young.
show.
Very young.
50.
because if you think of a world without sci-fi, without CGI,
I was like, oh yeah, cool.
Brisbane
Like-
Sci-Fi coming in April.
things like Marvel films.
Oh, yeah, they're
Wouldn't-
heavy on CGI.
Yeah, you wouldn't have Endgame. Would just not have happened.
Yeah, if you
Full
did that-
stop.
Yeah,
It would
Doing
happen in
practical-
a different way.
yeah, but
As someone who's seen both the original The Thing and the remake of The Thing, I can say that I enjoyed them both equally, even though one is practical effects and one is CGI.
Yes.
I was not more or less scared by one or the other.
Hmm.
I think it's just
Are you saying you need CGI for sci-fi to be kids?
no, not at all. I'm the other way around. I'm saying you don't need CGI.
Yeah.
for someone who watched The Thing last year, Josh, we both watched. No, was it this year?
I watched it with you, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a work of art, all that special effects going on. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
It was actually more. It was much more scarier than the.
It feels
all the
more
CGI.
tangible.
Yeah.
Which one are you talking about?
Thing.
The original.
The original.
The Thing.
Yeah, the thing.
Oh, when
The
you say the
Thing.
thing, I thought you meant like no. Oh,
Yeah, I was
The
also
Thing.
I was
yeah, the thing. I know the
Yeah.
thing.
That's
The
hilarious.
No, but yeah.
What do you have with you
Oh
today?
yes. Oh
Someone mentioned tarot
This is
cards
this is
earlier.
Oh,
a special
yes.
edition of the literature section.
yes. In my
Yeah.
gist of learning more about the world and the stars and everything, I bought some tarot cards. There's an artist in Mexico called Enjoy My Cake, who, yes,
fun.
he's lovely. He made a tarot card deck based on RuPaul Drag Race Queens. And I have the cards here. I am not very good with reading, but would y'all like a reading?
I love reading. Can you read the future of the Sci-Fi Festival?
Oh
Or is
god.
that gonna be like,
Yes, I can.
We're gonna keep
Okay.
we're gonna keep cutting until
Oh my
we
god,
get through.
yes. Do you want me to add my energy into
Yes,
the
please.
card?
For those
Okay.
that didn't hear that, I
I
don't know.
audio.
I don't know if you heard that peak, but that was Bec screaming
Yes.
into the
All her
cards.
love.
All my love.
All her love.
Okay.
What did you say was love?
Yes.
Love is in there.
Anguish.
Love is
Passion.
in there.
Passion.
Passion. Okay.
Persistence.
Yeah, I love it. Into it.
Charisma, uniqueness.
My
no,
core
and talent.
values are connection, collaboration, and communication.
Communication.
And listen.
Stop.
CC and listen.
What if we do a reading about the world? That's sci-fi,
Ooh.
right?
Oh,
what's
yes.
in store?
Okay.
What's
So
in
we're
the
all start to feel about what's in store for the world.
Yeah, we're doing a
Can you
sci-fi
knock
reading.
onto the
I can.
cards?
Do we all know?
Let's
gonna
all knock. Hello? Yeah.
Come in.
Okay. Do I just take the
Yeah,
front card?
please. Let's see the state of the world in 10 years. 6 of Wands. For those that can't see it, there's a pinata.
It's Crystal Method for the Drag Race fans
Oh, it is.
There's a
listening. It's her
pinata.
season
12
12
finale
finale look.
over Zoom.
She
Oh, that's fun.
farted out pinata dust.
I
That's my
love
favorite
that.
It is
Just
it's
people-
front facing.
Okay, front facing. So, success, public recognition, progress, self-confidence. Hello, world, come through.
Mother Nature, she's blooming
She is
today.
blooming back into work.
Love this.
For the future of Detour, for the future of Brisbane
It's
Sci-Fi.
beautiful.
She is thriving. Is what I'm getting. She is blooming,
Okay,
thriving,
so we're gonna thrive
blossoming.
after this.
We didn't
Yes.
even have to cut.
That was actually the first go move.
So, Josh, get
do you want to read it?
I'll
Why
have a
not?
reading, absolutely.
I can't shuffle these. I apologize. What are you missing?
What am I missing
Okay.
right now from
Alright.
my life?
So I just take the front card? I'm sorry, there's going to be
so.
someone who listens to this. and
Besides
they're like,
money for a studio space and proper editing software.
it's Miss
And
Fame.
is that Miss Fame?
Miss Fame.
How's your head?
How does she make you feel though?
Oh, it's okay.
Like that? Pretty.
Tragic.
Tragic. She's there's
Naive.
For-
a. Would you like to describe this image that you're seeing on the
Four
card?
of Swords?
People who
It is Miss Fame, sitting on, what is that, a bench?
a bench.
A bench.
With
Super
a
elegant.
sword stuck through her head. There is blood dripping from the cleavage,
Yes.
and she's just very
Elegant.
elegantly poised, with her finger pointing towards
Was
the
it-
tip of the sword.
Was it facing you?
No,
it was the
it was
other way.
Oh,
upside
the
down.
upside down. So what you're missing out on is exhaustion.
I'm not,
You're missing burnout, deep contemplation, and stagnation.
that's what I'm missing?
Yeah, if it was upright, it was rest. maybe a burning urge for something. You need something to drive you to the point of hysteria.
That's it.
Ooh.
There
I
we
need
go.
to break.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
you
I
don't-
have.
You don't want to break. You need
I
to.
need
You
to
need to-
break
you need to
before I
break
get
you.
on with my life.
Okay, we can break you. That's a.
Yeah, how do you want to do this,
Let's
right?
in the studio.
Let's
Just
get
get broken.
Chelsea and myself have been broken many
We've
times.
broken
So
many times.
we got emotional, we got physical, mental,
spiritual,
spiritual.
You get
heartbreak.
You get 2 for free.
Until you have to pay premium.
Yes. Alright.
Oh wow.
Oh my gosh.
Peter, have a go.
Do you want to go, Peter?
Sure, can I scream into? Can I give them my energy this time?
Yes,
Yeah, go for it.
please.
Come on, little mama, let me whisper in your ear. Tell me something that Peter really wants to hear.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Just put that. Just get that on your phone.
He's
Play
a
it over again.
rapstress.
He's a rapstress.
It's a true.
Start
artist.
thinking about a question you may have, Peter.
We'll start thinking.
Sage.
Pretend, make believe in your mind. whether how is my new kitten feeling today?
Okay. How is Kitty feeling? So the kitty is progressing. It's feeling expansion. It's saying overseas opportunities. I think, like, you know, new environment.
New area.
New environment. Maybe we'll go down the stairs at one point. Yeah.
New beginnings for the cat.
Overseeing and overcoming.
Thank you for that reading. That was
I
very
created
real.
that. For those that can't see, Bec can't shuffle.
Hey, I'm sorry. Did you have to use one of those rubber things on your pencil in year 4 because you couldn't write properly?
Oh my God, me.
Right!
Yes.
They're like, you have to like hold it
Yeah,
like
I
a
hold it. I
palm.
still don't
Is this
hold.
a left-handed thing again?
No.
No, this is just being a terrible
I
writer.
never had to have one of those, but I wanted
A
one.
little grip.
Yeah,
Because
I
they
did
felt
too.
nice.
Yeah.
Did you
I
have
was
left-handed scissors? I still have mine
No.
from year 1.
No.
I've had that for 20 years.
Whoa.
And they
Yeah.
still work. They've got Becky Day taped around one of the
Becky
hands.
Day!
Yeah, I was a Becky for a
What
while.
happened to the Becky? What happened to
I
Becky?
grew up. I wasn't a cheerleader.
Aww.
Becky with
Yeah,
the good
I had
hair.
those things with the pencils.
Oh
And,
yeah.
we got them in the same colour as the pencils, so no one would see. But obviously they
Why
saw.
was this a shameful thing? I thought it was cool.
I thought it was cool
No,
too.
really?
Wow.
Oh
Because
no, I was
the
told
reason-
I couldn't write
Yeah, the
properly.
point was that if you had them, it's because you didn't know how to hold a pencil
No,
correctly.
bro, it was just comfy.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah,
I
I was
still
told,
can't, I still
and I
can't.
could get like marks on my fingers that would bleed because I couldn't hold a pencil properly.
Oh, darling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, anytime I had to write on the whiteboard, just like, phew.
No,
Oh yeah. You'd write and
Being
it disappeared.
That was
right-handed,
great.
your
That's
problem.
where I did flourish.
Okay.
All right, let's.
Detour!
Do you wanna energize the cards? Thank you.
Is that
Was
appropriate?
that a COVID cough?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Poignant.
What question do you have for the
Oh
cards?
no, I wasn't thinking anything.
It's alright.
Oh,
So it's
I will-
upside down
yeah.
for Taine.
Yes.
But
it is.
how do you
I will,
hold-
I will say my question. What will happen? Or what are my energies and vibes in the next 5 years?
5-year plan.
Well,
Five
that's
year
so
plan.
wait, that was upside down,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yes.
Within 5 years. I didn't
uh-oh.
say at 5
No,
years.
good things.
Okay, good.
You're going to be overwhelmed by choices.
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 A lot of alignment and personal values
Oh,
will be
okay.
coming into play. So I think you'll be thriving, but you'll just have to really decide what path you want to take.
Thriving. Dying.
He's a Gemini. That's not going to be easy.
Choices.
I just want a moo now. I need a moo. I need a moo to do
And a
this
crystal
reading.
ball.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, if I'm gonna do this, it's gonna be a whole moment. There's gonna be
She's gonna have
drapery.
sage,
We
glitter.
There's
should,
gonna be like in the Wizard of Oz with the carriage, and they have like a
Oh,
little
she needs
ball.
her own episode.
Shall we do
Yes.
a little fortune for our listeners as we close up this episode?
Yes.
This one's for you, kids.
Does someone else want to shuffle the cards?
You want to shuffle?
No, go,
You
go,
shuffle.
go.
No. Energize them.
Oh, am I supposed to energize them?
Yeah. Give us a rap.
Sci-fi. Oh, festival. It's coming. Super close now.
Oh shit! It's super close.
Oh my God! It's gonna crash. Beautiful.
Everybody, your stations! Fantasy! Wee, wee.
Oh wow.
Energize.
Energize!
Okay.
Beat me up, Scotty. Go for it.
Oh.
To the moon.
Is that who's that? Raven?
No, it's Valentina.
Oh.
How do you know everyone?
Have you seen RuPaul's Drag Race and how much I talk about it? The reason I know is because I've watched every season constantly over. You should see my stan
I love
history.
these
Zach
things.
exposed me the other day.
That's fun.
Oh, is this
The
the
moon.
story about the Scorpio and the dog?
Excuse me?
You know when the Scorpion's like...
So the moon.
Tell me your scorpion
gosh.
story.
That's
No,
not
really,
a scorpion. That's a lobster.
Oh, okay. That's irrelevant, don't worry.
Okay. The moon. It is It is reversed.
No, it's
Upright.
It's upright.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Oh no, it's fine.
So listeners, what was your question? Remember it, keep it in your head, keep that thought.
Illusion, fear,
Illusion.
anxiety, subconscious, intuition.
Oh no.
Is this all because of my editing? Do you reckon?
No, it's just
We're experiencing that.
I
Right?
think we're all experiencing a change in the times.
So
You know,
to
from
soothe
sun
that
to
anxiety, they should keep listening to the podcast.
That's exactly it.
And they should
It is
come.
I see it in the stars with my Sagittarian sun, Scorpio moon, Libra rising. If you don't listen to this now, or send it to 5 of your friends, in 7 years something bad is
You
going
get
to
bad luck for 7 years.
Oh, sorry. There will be an email
you
chain sent
don't-
out to every person who listens. No, I'm just kidding.
If you-
I'm only on one podcast, guys. Don't worry.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry.
Take those powers away from us.
Oh yes, I'll take them away. I apologize. Listeners, you've got this. We believe in you.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's where we'll wrap it up. Hey,
Lol.
thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for
Yeah.
having
Thank you
us.
for-
Oh, it's so fun.
Beautiful energy, you two.
Come to the festival. Come see their show.
Oh yeah, we got a festival.
We're working really hard on it.
We really are.
The festival's on the 31st of March to the 4th of April.
Come get entertained.
Come entertain yourself.
Come
See our show.
support artists because
Local
we were
artists.
away for a while.
They're
And you know,
very broken.
we've
sad.
made it.
And we're all gonna be there. Come talk. The kitty is awake.
That's what he
Okay,
said.
And that's
well,
it.
we have to go. Goodbye.
Sci-fi. Oh, festival. It's coming. Super close now.
Well, back in my day, it was just teenagers.
Taxes.
Oh god.
Yes.
I hope you edit these podcasts.
Oh, I do.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
you? Okay, great.
Oh, it's just oh, yeah.
No stress.
None of this doesn't all stay. But
That-
best friends
I'm
will.
gonna make
Chelsea,
sure.
best friends will
I
stay.
need that.
I'm gonna put that in there.
Can you please?
Yeah.
That one, and then send it to me, and I'll have it as my ringtone. Best friend.
Just play best friends, best friends, best friends, best friends.
As you go to sleep at night.